French cuisine, but not as you know it. Every year, Parisians throw away more than 900,000 tons of waste like this. And most of it just gets mixed up with the regular rubbish to be sent to landfill, where it releases greenhouse gases that are bad for the planet. But could people like this help prevent that from happening? Working with this British invention to make this old-fashioned material, compost.
The younger generation is starting to think, okay, we need to do something to make life on Earth acceptable and then not just think of how much money we can make.
The story begins on the island of Saint-Denis, north of Paris. It may look like an idyllic area, but it was a depot for lorries until 2 years ago. The government decided to regenerate the space by opening it up to green businesses. One of them is called Les Alchimistes, and I've come to meet them.
One of the biggest problems we noticed was that 30% of the waste produced within Paris, was actually made of organic waste. This goes to landfill, which makes no sense. We decided we could take this organic matter, which is very precious, and turn it into a solution, to turn it into compost.
They sell this compost in bulk to farmers. This is good for the environment because when food waste ends up in landfill, it releases methane, a powerful greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming. So how do you turn city-sized portions of food waste into compost? When it arrives on site, it has to go through this shredder and hopper. The process gets rid of some of the water in the food. Wood chips are then added to the mix to provide a bit of carbon. These are sourced from old industrial pallets. In order to produce the compost a bit faster than you can in your garden, the team then rely on industrial composters like these. They're known as Rockets and were developed by a father and son team of inventors at their home in Macclesfield, England.
Well, what the Rocket Composter does is it optimises the composting process, allowing us to turn food waste into compost in a period of 14 days or less. In the natural environment, that would take anything between 6 and 12 months.
The composter can handle 2 tons of food waste per day. The Alchimistes have 6 composters at sites like this across France. But how do you get the food waste to these sites in the first place? For that, they rely on a growing team of city cyclists who visit hotels and restaurants that have signed up to the scheme. This hotel was one of the first to get on board.
Our generation, we are now really concerned about everything with the climate change and the waste of food. If we want to try to make something better to this situation in the future, we need to participate as we're trying to do here.
Increasingly, cities are bringing in laws to make it compulsory for businesses and citizens to sort their food waste separately so it can become a useful resource. So this may become a more common sight on our streets.